A 1 billion ringgit superyacht purportedly owned by fugitive billionaire Loh Teck Jo is expected to arrive in Port Klang within 48 hours, possibly as early as tomorrow. Indonesia agreed to hand over the Equanimity to Malaysia, and it is now heading to Malaysia from Batam. Prime Minister Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad says the boat belongs to Malaysia, as it was allegedly bought with Malaysian money that was stolen by certain parties. He invited those claiming to be its owner to come forward and furnish proof, saying if they can prove that the money used to purchase the yacht is theirs, they have a right to have the yacht returned to them. The superyacht, allegedly acquired using 1MDB funds, was first seized by Indonesian authorities in February off the coast of Bali. The seizure was later declared null based on technical grounds. Indonesian police seized the boat again in July, following a formal request for legal assistance from the United States. They previously said they would hand the yacht over to Malaysia but did not specify when. Meanwhile, Malaysian authorities are still seeking to arrest Joe Loh, who was recently last seen leaving Macau. Putrajaya is in talks with AirAsia and MACC to build a new low-cost carrier terminal in Penang, as well as to also expand the island state's international airport. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng says the deal is almost confirmed and that the discussions have been very positive. The LCCT can be built in 1 or 2 years, he says, but the expansion of the existing airport will take longer. Lim acknowledges that there is an urgent need for expansion, but the federal government's hands are tied due to financial constraints. Hence, the alternative is to collaborate with the private sector, a strategy that will also be used for the Penang port. Currently, the Penang International Airport has exceeded its 6.5 million passenger capacity, with 7.1 million arrivals recorded last year. The PMs Department says it's cutting its development expenditure by 60% this year to 4.9 billion ringgit with its cost rationalisation plan. That's down from 12.3 billion ringgit allocated to the department for this purpose under Budget 2018. It's also shaving off 2% or 100.2 million ringgit of the approved 5.22 billion ringgit allocated for operating expenditure for the June to December period. Minister in the PM's Department, Dato' Liew Vui Keong, says the cost-cutting measures include cancelling several contracts involving special advisory and special envoys officers. However, the provisions for the PM's Department for the year will only be finalised when the current rationalisation process has been completed. Putrajaya says it has no evidence that UMNO President Dato Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi owns 230 million ringgit in assets. Minister in the PM's Department, Dato' Liew Vui Keong, told the Dewan Rakyat the MACC will investigate the allegation if there is justifiable information and evidence. For now, however, there is nothing to back the allegation, which was made by Prime Minister Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad last year. Elsewhere, the MACC has charged 4 individuals, including 2 ex-Petronas Carigali employees, for money laundering involving a total of 32 million ringgit. Jamsari Abdul Rahim and Ahmad Ashraf Kamarul Zaman are ex-employees of the GLC. The other 2 are Yong Mi Lan, an ex-director of Syarikat Ace Timor Drilling, and her husband Eng Sun Ling. All 4 pleaded not guilty to the offences. In Kuala Terengganu, Bernama reports that the CEO of the state's water concessionaire, Syarikat Air Terengganu, has been remanded for 6 days starting today. He is being investigated by the MACC for abuse of power after allocating 380,000 ringgit to renovate a water distribution centre, which later became his home. The Malaysian Palm Oil Board has confirmed appointing Tan Sri Muhammad Baqi Saleh as its new chairman. This is in addition to his current roles of Executive Deputy Chairman and Managing Director at Sime Darby Plantation. In an emailed statement, it said Baqi will serve for 2 years starting July 31st, 2018. He replaces the industry regulator and research body's outgoing chairman and UMNO Jasin MP, Dato Sri Ahmad Hamzah, whose term was to end on August 31st, 2018. Muhammad Baqi has vast experience in the oil palm industry, having served plantation companies like Sime Darby as president and group CEO. He also previously served as CEO of Felda Global Ventures Holdings and Lembaga Tabung Haji. His appointment is one of many changes at the top of government bodies and GLCs in recent times, following the Pakatan Harapan Coalition's historic win in GE14.